Visit our swag store. Good merch there. We'll put a link on our socials. Summer's almost here, and for a lot of folks, it's a great time to crack open a new book. That's right. I know, I can't wait to start reading this weekend. Kendall and her mom, the audience does not believe me. Kendall and her mom are back today with a pair of novels that they think you are going to love. Audience, it's time again for Kendall's Book Club.
Book Club is outside. Plus, here at Cream and Amber, they have an outdoor patio. This is the Blue Lav Love.
Blue Lav Love, and it's delicious.
Delicious, and you can drink it when you're pregnant.
Perfect.
Okay, anywho, they have beer too, that's why they have pint glasses, which would be exciting if I could do that. Back to book club. Mom, you have J. Ryan Straddle's latest book, Minnesota author, if you're not familiar.
We have talked about him before. He wrote The Lager Queen of Minnesota, which is one of our all-time favorites. J. Ryan is an incredible storyteller. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a story and try not to give you any, what would that be called? I'll give you a teaser.
Don't give me too much.
So Florence, we start with Florence. She's at a pancake feed at her church, waiting for her daughter Mariel to come and pick her up. Mariel is this daughter who has unfortunately been estranged from her mom for several years now. Even though Mariel's waiting for her to come and pick her up, they haven't spoken for years. The reason being, Mariel inherited the family supper club called the Lakeside Supper Club. And Florence has never forgiven her for that. So we're going to hip-hop back to 1930s and find out Florence's story and how they came to have this supper club and how she felt about it and her little life story. Then we pop into the 80s where we meet Nick, who ends up being Mariel's husband. He is also the heir to a family restaurant chain, a little more like a fast food, not a supper club type of thing. And when we arrive back in present, through all of this, Florence is still waiting at the church for her daughter to come and pick her up 2 months later.
Oh.
Great story, full of humor and love and redemption and tragedy, all the things we love, multi-generational. Obviously, he's a great storyteller, and woven into all these great things is the idea of how we feel about legacy and what we want to leave for our families.
Oh.
And at the end of the whole thing, you're going to find yourself wanting an old-fashioned and a relish tray. Great book.
Those two things for sure. Is it all like the Lager Queen of Minnesota?
Very much so. We talk about
Okay.
Hastings, all the local eateries and things, which is really fun.
Cool. I like it.
Yes.
Okay, this book, it's called The Last Russian Doll. I'm not joking when I say I devoured this book. It's her writing, this is her debut novel. Her writing is like running your fingers over a pearl necklace. It's like wind chimes. It's just so easy to get into. This story is basically it's kind of the same idea in that you go through multiple generations, but it starts in 1917 in the Russian Revolution, and then fast forwards to 1993 in the fall of the Soviet Union. Our protagonist, our heroine, Rosie, she goes back to Russia after immigrating to the UK when she was a kid because her family was murdered. And she wants to go back and figure out what happened and why, as anyone would. Then we go back to 1917 with this woman, Antonina. We don't really know how those two are connected, but she's a very wealthy woman who at the time of the revolution, as you know, was not a good thing. She falls in love with a revolutionary, a Bolshevik, and it follows their love story throughout time. It's about love and what it can conquer. It is the saddest, most heartbreaking yet beautiful book I've ever read. If you love historical fiction, this is an excellent choice. Again, I read it so quickly. It was also called The Porcelain Doll. The UK version is, so if you've heard about that, it's the exact same book. It's her debut novel. Amazing.
Oh, I can't wait to read it.
We're all about it. Now we're gonna drink our lemonades. Cheers.
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 Cheers. Thanks, Sid.
Thank you, Mom.
You really, while that package was running, Kendall's like, I really love that book.
I told my mom when we were setting up this book club, I was like, I haven't loved or been this excited to share a book with people since probably last summer with one of my other favorite reads that I'd shared. And so I was like, how am I going to talk about it in only like 1 minute? I don't even know. But it's, if you like historical fiction, if you're at all intrigued by Russia, romance, mystery, any of that, you would love that book. It's just come out in 2023, so if you're like, oh, maybe someone's read it, they probably haven't. It's brand new. So good.
Are there any
Russian
wizards
doll.
in it?
No
No,
wizards.
okay. I was just maybe.
No, but there are ghosts.
There are ghosts?
Yeah. Well, like I can't.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Also, that place, if you live locally in the Twin Cities, Cream and Amber, they're so. It was such a cool little bookshop, and they have beer, which like is not normal in a bookstore.
Got to sell those books somehow, girl. The markup.
And other drinks, but obviously.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
If you missed Kendall's book club picks, don't worry. You can see the segment again on our YouTube page. Just search for Jason Show TV and hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Going into the audience when we come back.